Hey everybody, and welcome back to P.U.G, that is Pick Up Games. And today we're going to be talking about Takenoko. I know that if you watched the last video, you know that I'm actually recording this at the same time as the last video, and you probably know that, I'm all blue. It's because whenever I record during the daytime, I got the window right next to me. I need to get dark curtains to really cover it up. I got the sun glowing in on me. I'm a pale person. I have to take vitamin D, 50,000 milligrams, because I get so little sun. Man, that is sad. Anyway, let's talk about Takenoko. So, what about Takenoko? Are you a hardworking individual? Do you have somebody that watches over your shoulder at all times and makes sure that you're getting the job done? Do you have some asshole that comes ruins it all the time? Then I got the game for you. Takenoko. Okay, so first off, let's talk about this box. This box is perhaps the cutest freaking box I've ever seen. The box alone is what I did not research the game at all before buying it. I saw the box and I was like, I want this game because it's freaking adorable. This is a giant freaking panda, just with his umbrella and everything. It's outright adorable. As for the game itself, it's actually a pretty good game, and it is available on Steam for pretty cheap. So if you want to play with your online friends, that is actually something I've been doing with my friends online. Because I just love this game so much. It's a really good game. It's very quick. Each game will take you about 20 to 30 minutes at the very most. But let's go ahead and open it up and let's see what we got inside. See all the different little figures and everything. This is a very good purchase, just for the figures and stuff from home. But yeah, let's open it up. Okay, I know that we said we're going to look at the figures first, but first I just want to showcase this rule book. Just the front page of the rule book I'm only going to showcase. Just because it's a comic that explains the motive of the game. And that's cool. Basically, you're a gardener trying to garden for the emperor, and while you're doing the gardening, a panda comes in and eats the crap. It's just very well drawn. It's cute, and it gets the point of the game across. That's about it. Now let's look at the figures. I promise we'll look at the figures this time. Okay, so they're going to be really tiny on my camera, and I apologize. But they have to fit on the board. Well, the board, I'll show you, it's a modular board, so I'll have to go into that in a second. The major players in the game are, of course, the gardener, which, there you go. The panda, which it's, again, just so freaking cute. He's fat, he's rubbing his belly. I love him. He's so cute, and it's just very well painted, too. He has bright blue eyes. I know my camera doesn't show that very well. I apologize for that, but pick up the game yourself and you'll be able to see this. He actually has even a big old fat butt that has a jelly roll in it. It's a really well designed piece. The bamboo is fun to play with as you grow it. I'm going to explain that during the game. You start off with these base pieces, and then as the bamboo grows, you place pieces on top. The sun's starting to come in brighter, as you can see, and so I'm going to be turning even bluer. These are your action tokens. Each turn you get 2 actions, so you'll flip it on that side. Each time you use an action, you flip it over. And there you go. Look, it's all good. Your turn's done. Your turn's over. That's it. No more. Okay, let's look at some other pieces. Alright, these are going to be the other points in play in the game. First, you have the die that has multiple sides. Each turn, after the first set of turns, you're going to roll the die to get a special action. The water droplets allow you to grow a bamboo. The sun gives you an extra action. Normally you have 2 actions. This allows you to have 3. The wind allows you to play the same action twice, because normally you have to do separate actions. The clouds make it so that you can pick up a improvement, which I'll explain those in a second. The thunder scares the panda, therefore you're allowed to move the panda anywhere you want on the board for free. It's a modular board. I'll explain that in a second. And then the question mark allows you to pick any one of these that you want. So these are the improvement tiles, which I'll explain how these work in the board. But this one makes it so that your board does not need an irrigation channel to it. This one makes it so that whenever you grow bamboo, you grow twice as much. And if you have this one on the board spot, it means that the panda cannot eat there. Next, we have the irrigation channels, these nice little blue blocks of wood. Kind of reminds me of something you'd see in Catan or something like that. I'll show you how they fit on the board in just a second, but you basically have to make sure that your areas are getting watered this is how you win the game. These cards, you have 3 different type of cards. You have Gardener objectives, Emperor objectives, and Panda objectives. Whenever you draw a card, it'll show you what you have to do. So like this one requires you to grow 4 stacks of bamboo on something that has a fertilizer outcome on it. Whenever you do that, you get 3 points, and you get to keep the card. And so forth. This one, if you build the plots in this order, or if the panda eats 2 pieces of bamboo. I'll explain that in a second too. This is the board. It starts off as the watershed only. During your turn, you're allowed 2 actions. Your actions can include moving the gardener, moving the panda, grabbing an irrigation piece, grabbing a piece of land, drawing a card. So, what do you want to do? Well, your first thing, probably if you're the first player, you're going to want to draw a tile. Whenever you draw a tile, all the tiles are going to be in a massive stack on the side. I just have these 3 right here. You're going to draw 3 tiles, and you get to pick one. Each tile is going to be... The tiles can come in 3 different colors, green, pink, or yellow. They can even come with improvements already on this. Like this pink one already has a no panda zone on it, meaning that if the panda tries to come here, if there's any bamboo, he cannot eat it. He can move to it, he just can't eat anything on it. And so let's say I want to draw this one first because I have a bunch of green objectives. So I place this right here. Since this is naturally touching the water, it is going to come naturally with 1 piece of bamboo already on it. And if you start the game, you also have the 2 guys starting right here. The gardener and the panda can only move in straight lines. Why that's important is, like, let's say if my next turn I put that right there, and I want to move the gardener to right here, it's going to take 2 actions because you can't go like that because there's no land there. You'd have to go like that. But you can only do the same action. You can only do an action once unless you have the win that lets you do the same action twice. How the irrigation canals work is, normally, if you're away from the watershed, this one won't be able to grow any bamboo. So whenever the gardener moves here, he grows 1 bamboo on his current location. He also grows a bamboo on any location that's adjacent to it that's the same color. So if I had another yellow piece right here, it would also grow a bamboo. However, if my next turn I move here, this will not grow a pink bamboo because it has no water available to it. And the way that you have to get water available to it is that it has to have an irrigation channel at least one side. You get that. Each turn you can place 1 down. So like that, and then like that. Now that it has 1 over there, it will grow 1 bamboo. Pretty simple. The way that you fill out the panda cards is whenever you move a panda, he will eat 1 bamboo there. Whenever you trade in the amount of bamboo that is on your card, you get to collect that card as the points. So what is the full objective of the game? Well, the full objective of the game is depending on how many players you're playing with. If you're playing with 2 people, you have to complete 9 cards. 3 people, 8 cards, and 4 people, 7 cards. Each card has a point value on it. I know I grabbed 3 of them that happen to have 3. I probably should have grabbed different ones, so let me see if I can do that. Aha, look, this one has 5. So this one's for some odd reason, 5 points, even though it's mostly the same thing. This one's grow 4 pink bamboo on anything with fertilizer. So you complete that, you get to collect the card. Whenever the first person completes it, so let's say we're playing with 2 people, whenever the first player completes 9 tasks, there's 1 more round left in the game. So the other player is allowed to complete as many tasks as he can in that 1 turn. At the end, you add up all your points that you would have. So let's pretend this is the other player's hand. He would get 5, 3, 3, 3. That's 14 points. So he ends the game with 14 points. The other player would add up his cards, and it's whoever has the most points wins the game. I know, pretty simple, huh? Whoever finishes first gets a bonus 2 points. It's called the Emperor's Favor. And that can help boost you up because usually if you're the first one finished, you're probably finishing off a lot of small, easy cards. And those that are behind you are probably filling out like bigger cards. So I've had games where even though I didn't get the bonus from the Emperor, I still won because I was getting like 5, 7 point cards and the other person just racking up a bunch of 3 points. And that is pretty much how you play the game. As I said, the board does grow modularly as you go on, so you'll eventually branch out like this. And that's how you saw like the Emperor card, the one that said you had to have yellows in a certain formation. The formation was something like this. It was like 3 in a line like that. Whenever you complete that, you complete the Emperor's piece. However, they have to be able to grow bamboo to count for the Emperor. So they do have to all be within either on the watershed or irrigated or have one of these tokens on it. The last little part that I want to talk about is the actual character card. So let me clean this up. YouTube magic. All right, we're back. I know it wasn't very good YouTube magic because I didn't make it all disappear. Just push it off to the side, but the box has a lot of stuff in it, and I didn't feel like moving it. Anyway, this character card is actually very informative. It tells you everything you need to know about the game, and it also keeps everything in place for you. Whenever you eat something with the panda, you put it in the panda's belly. It tells you hold your different improvements right here. You hold your irrigation channels right here. It tells you the various actions that you can do. It tells you what each of the sides of the dice do. It's a very good character card, and again, it's beautifully drawn. Like the animation on the top, or not the animation, but the art on the top is beautiful. It's just a panda relaxing, looking all happy like he just ate. I love it. It's cute as hell. And then the back has that same artwork of the panda with his umbrella. Little rain cloud coming down on him. It's really cute. I definitely recommend this game, but let's go into the review part right now. I'm actually going to do YouTube magic and pick everything up and then get into the review part. So, boop. All right, time for review. What do I think of this game? I mean, honestly, I bought it for the cover only, and then I fell in love with it. It is a really good game. I recommend buying the physical copy if you can't buy the physical copy because you only have online friends, which is, growing more and more these days. Buy the Steam edition and, play with your friends online. It is a really good game. I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. The only issue is that it can be a little steamrolly sometimes. Like sometimes just somebody gets a lot luckier than everybody else. And that can be an issue and take away some of the fun. Other than that, I mean, it's a lot of fun. They have an expansion called Takenoko Chibis. I do have it. I just didn't feel like I didn't want to bring it in just yet. Maybe one day I'll come back and talk about this game again with Takenoko Chibis as well. And again, the Steam version does include Takenoko Chibis as well. It gives the panda a wife and a bunch of little kids that you deal with. It's cute as hell too. Personally, I prefer just the base game over adding Takenoko Chibis into it though. And I know a lot of people feel that way too. Just because the game is simple and it flows very well. And I don't think it needed anything added to it. However, I recommend this game 100%. So, and it got the Golden Geek Award in 2012. That's quite a long time ago, but hey, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by, and hopefully you try this game out. Any games that you bought before that were just based off the cover like this? Because, I mean, I know I've done that a few times. Let me know in the comments if you have. And like, comment, and subscribe, and all that fun. He forgot to put me back in the box. Either that or he wanted to play with me. I wanted to play with you. You're adorable. I know.